Alright, so we're trying something new today. Going to record my trading session. A little late to the market today. Trade in the Thunder Pro futures account here. Up $2,700 total on the account. I have a level at 22,666.50. So I'm watching to see if we can pull back into that for some. Watch that for reactions. 2266. I don't like that it doesn't let me go exactly to 50. Pain in my ass. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, I like to make my levels white. Alright, so starting to pull back in that level now. Overall, the market is in a higher time frame uptrend. I'm going to look to take a long here. I don't know though. I'm going to try it with a tight stop.
Order filled.
Alright, so we got about $960 worth of risk on this trade. So far, off to a good start, up $400. I have a another level up at 22,725. And above that, we got a lot more room. With the consistency roll on the Thunder Pro futures, since I'm taking a challenge, I think my max winning day I would want to have to stay within the consistency roll is $2,700, which would leave, if I am able to achieve that today, that would leave us a few $100s short of the goal. That would be, I believe that would give me a balance of about $5,400. And the profit target on the 100K account is $6,000. So I'd still be about $600 away. Let's see. So the level is at 725. I'm going to look to sell one limit at the upper level if we can get there. So that would give us, if we get to the level, we'll be up about $2,000. I'm going to take one off there and leave one on. Front running the level by a little bit. I have my sell limit placed at 22,724. So let's see if we can go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. I would be willing to add back into this. Like if we get this trim and it looks like we're going to continue higher, I would be willing to take an add back into it. Pretty low stress on this one so far, that's for sure. Let's hope it stays that way. Been a minute since I've been at the desk. Feels good to be back, that's for sure. Hopefully, fan's not too loud. Nice 5-minute close. I have the 2-minute chart up right now. 5-minute close pretty strong. Think about adding into this right now. Like I feel like the 5-minute could be setting up a 3-bar play. Part of me wants to add one into this now, and that way if we get the level, I'll reach my max profit goal for the day. I don't know, kind of racing a little bit more of that 5-minute bar than I'd like to see. We did kind of just sweep over this previous area from the pre-market session. So if we start to reject that, that's not ideal. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna add one in here, so I'll be in with 3.
Order filled.
So if I leave my stop where it was, we now have increased our risk to 1730. And 22, 7, 24. All right, bang. All right, we'll see if this works out. But yeah, this is something I like to do. You know, occasionally, most of the time I'm trading, I like to add into my winners when we get a little pullback. Try to maximize the win here. See if we can get continuation up into the upper level. I have it marked. I don't have the level marked here on the Thunder Pro dashboard or my Thunder Pro trading platform. I have it up on my Thinkorswim. But like the old version of me, right, had 2 contracts. I would have held, I would have trimmed one at the level, and I would have held the other one, hoping to make the additional $700 to reach my max profit on the day. But as I've developed as a trader, I have found that I like to add into my trades, and this way, right, I have a profit goal that I'm aiming for. So just increase the size a little bit along the way, and then just exit full whenever we get to that goal. Doing it this way has been working out well for me. I've been trading weight less because I take this one trade. Hopefully this works out. Boom, and then I call it a day. So where the old me would kind of take trims and maybe scale back in and sit at the desk for hours or all day, trading the style that I've been currently. I've been able to kind of lock my wins and call it a day. I'd like to do is scale in, I'd like to scale up to 5 accounts here and use the built-in copy trader. Only trading 1 right now. So waiting on live from my being moved, whether or not I'm going to be moved to live. By the way, this 3-bar play on the 5-minute worked out really nicely. It's a nice little 2-minute buy triggering. I explained the 3-bar play before, but you know, I was kind of anticipating this. You heard me say this earlier. Just a tick away from the take profit. Give it to me. Don't do me dirty like that. Don't do me dirty like that. But 3-bar play, we got a strong 5-minute trend bar. Closes strong green. Bit of a pause bar that closes with a hammer near the highs, an inside bar. So bar 1 is a strong trend bar. Bar 2 is an inside bar. So if you were going to trade just this 3-bar play, you could have entered on a trigger above this 5-minute high, the previous 5-minute high, with a stop essentially where my average entry is. So entry here, stop here. But in this particular instance, I don't love that as the entry in the trade because I have a level at 725, right? So unless I would have, was expecting continuation up above that level, but bam, that's how we do it. So that's right there, a very solid example of how you add into a trade. Yes, as you can see, it did increase my risk. You have to be aware of that. You don't want to increase or overdo your risk because you can do that, right? You can kind of get a little lost in the sauce, and next thing you know, your size is too big. If you are going to add aggressively, you could also tighten that stop, right? Like I kept my stop down below the opening print. So the low of our opening print was this 5. This was our opening candle at 9:30 a.m. So I kept it below that low. But I could have trailed that tighter up, maybe underneath this 5-minute trend bar low, or just right underneath the level I have here. So, yeah, that's how you add to a winning trade. The only time that trading this style for me sucks is if the market continues to trend, right? But this is just on an eval account, and there's the consistency role to consider and to deal with. So we just locked it at the max win. I don't know how long did we trade? I sat down, I traded. It's 9:47. I took an entry as we pulled back. So I took an entry about 5 to 7 minutes into the day, and we're 17 minutes into the day. So 10 minutes, $2,700 in 10 minutes. Where else can you make $2,700 in 10 minutes? We had 0 drawdown on that trade. That was about as stress-free as they get. And let me know. Let me know if you guys enjoy this type of narration on my trades, what I'm thinking, what I'm looking at. because I'd like to do more videos like this. This one turned out to be a little shorter than I expected. Okay, one other thing I wanted to show you guys was just my Thinkorswim charting, since I don't mark all my levels and do all my charting on the prop firm platform. Doesn't matter who I'm trading with, whether it's Project X with Top 1 futures, whether it's Funder Pro futures with the Volumetrica, whether it's my funded futures with Tradeovate. Doesn't matter who I'm trading with, whichever prop firm. I use their trading platform as basically a tool to place orders. If it's got a buy and sell button, works for me. Don't gotta overcomplicate it. And then I do all my levels, all my charting on Thinkorswim here. So I just wanted you guys to see my Thinkorswim. I actually do more of a grid view a lot of the time, so I like to watch multiple time frames. So I'll watch the 2-minute, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the hourly, the daily, on a couple different things. So yeah, a lot of times this is what I'm looking at. Or in today's instance, I just looked at NQ, so I just used the larger chart here, so you can see NQ on the 5-minute. But yeah, so you can see the level we have here at 222.725, 75 that I was referring to. I always mark my opening prints in yellow. If we look at the trade that we took, I mentioned I watch multiple time frames, so I was watching the 2-minute. If you look at the 5-minute, it doesn't look like much of a pullback. I mean, you can see it, right? Because we have this upper wick, so you can see the 5-minute pushed up, and then on a lower time frame we pulled back, and you have this little bit of a lower wick on the 5-minute here. So this upper wick and this lower wick was the 2-minute pullback. So if we look at it on a 2-minute, well, I guess we didn't even have to use a smaller time frame than that. Yeah, so I bought, yeah, okay, so it flipped green. Here's what we had, so this is, minute 2, minute 4, we're on minute 6 here. So I bought during this candle. I bought during the second 5-minute candle. So we have minute 2, minute 4. During minute 6, you see we have this lower wick. We pulled back into this level. This is when we bought. We kind of just bought the level, anticipating to get a reaction. Ended up reacting immediately, nicely, closing in a hammer, and we never had any drawdown. It continued. We got another 2-minute pullback here. During this 2-minute pullback is when I added one in, averaged in, made my average price a little bit worse, anticipating that we'd get continuation to the upper level. It immediately kind of gave us a lower wick, a strong push, took our profit right here. So super simple, level to level move. So when I say I trade level to level, that's what I mean. Bought the lower level, expecting it to act as support. Sold the upper level, expecting it to act as resistance. Notice we got a little pullback. We pushed here, still holding up. Maybe we see a bit of a trend day today. That first hourly candle is looking pretty strong. If you look over on this side, if you look here, this is my hourly chart. So I have these settings set. So this first opening candle, this hourly candle, starts aggregation at market open. So this is a candle from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. I don't do 9 to 10, 10 to 11. I have it, so we see it from New York open 9:30 to 10:30 to 11:30 to 12:30. But yeah, there you have it. I just wanted you guys to get a quick look at the Thinkorswim setup that I use and what I'm referring to when I'm talking about my levels and how I'm looking at multiple time frames and how I use them. So yeah, to be honest with you, I dropped a couple little gems there. So hopefully you get something out of it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get back to as many of them as I can. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys on the next one. Peace out.